Right then, so 12 strategies to better sleep. So, as you will know, we will knock on about this all the time. The quality and obviously the length of sleep is going to give us the best results possible. And these are just obviously 12 different strategies. Some of you may already be doing it. We teach it a lot to our main and paid clients. But the main thing is we want you to try these new things and it will improve your results. It will improve your health. And you'll see in a minute just how many markers it can improve. So yeah, focus on your health and we will get better results, or you will get better results for sure. So grab a cup of tea or a coffee and let's get jumped straight into it. So 12 strategies. Strategy number one. So again, this is just knowing and understanding the value of sleep. So there isn't one part of your mental, emotional, or physical health or performance that's not affected by the quality of your sleep. In regards to how sleep affects productivity, you may think by sleeping less and working more, you accomplish more. So this is probably like the worst thing most people can do. When you're sleep deprived, you get slower, less creative, more stressed, and studies prove this is sort of like time and time again. So like some simple statistics, God, I can't speak today. Sleep deprived individuals can take up to 14% longer to complete tasks, and they'll make up to 20% more mistakes. So what's better, sort of get that sleep in, and rather than just staying up, and that you may get more done, but it'll just be a lot worse quality. So sleep deprivation reduces the amount of glucose that gets to your brain. This is why you snack on sugary snacks when you're tired. It's your body's way of trying to get more sugar to power more of your thoughts. And again, we have thousands or probably millions of thoughts a day. So studies have proven you will lose more muscle in a high calorie deficit compared to fat. So again, the wrong type of weight loss. Like everyone says weight loss, but you actually want fat loss. If you just have pure weight loss and you lose muscle, you will then become like skinny fat. You don't have any tone or any like shape to you. You literally just become a smaller fat self type of thing. So educate yourself in sleep, which is what you're doing now. Do not sacrifice your sleep to get quicker results for your work or for your weight loss. Okay, so super important. Know the value this is worth putting your time in and just investing your knowledge in and around it. So it's a big key and a big pillar for us. So strategy number two, get more sunlight during the day. Do not be a hermit. So light signals your hypothalamus, which is basically your body's master hormone gland, and all other glands will be alert and wake up and get going sort of through this. So sunlight exposure, yes, generally we're talking about like obviously like the sun, it triggers your body to produce like optimal levels of daytime hormones and regulates your biological clock. So that's like your body clock, your circadian rhythm, as some people will call it. Basically, by getting more sunlight during the day and limiting light exposure in the evening, you're going to be on your way to sort of getting the best sleep possible, because that's exactly how we were in the caveman days. They'd sort of like sleep and wake essentially to the sun for most people. 20 to 60 minutes in the morning. We'll do it as early as you can. So again, if we can go out for walks in the morning, like even like if it's after breakfast, it's going to aid your digestion. It's going to get everything else going. Or even if it's like first thing in the morning, you can just go for a walk. It's really, really going to improve like your progress and essentially like your natural body clock. So ever slept like a rock when you're getting sun 24/7 on holiday? It is a good example. And that is like, you don't get that when you're in the UK. Right, where are we now? Strategy two. Strategy two, so the second half of it. Oh, it's the same one? Okay, it's not the same one. I thought it was. So exposure to morning light will get your body into a 24-hour schedule. So, obviously what your body and like the world runs on, which means you get better sleep at night. You're going to be more alert and energetic in the mornings. When that schedule is off, you have trouble getting out of bed in the morning. Then you have trouble falling asleep at night. So again, just like lots of thoughts, lots of anxiety, you can't get to sleep. And then when you do wake up, you can't wake up. It takes you a lot of time to wake up and even just drag yourself out of bed, or it takes just a massive amount of motivation and willpower. So like a sleep power tip is to maximize sunlight exposure at the start of the day, optimally when your cortisol is peaking anywhere between 6:30 and 8:30 a.m. So we have to have cortisol to wake us up. That's what the body uses. And we want to obviously run along with it and sort of match these sort of timings. You work in an office, so get out during the day, go for a walk to get some natural sunlight. Just get it in, essentially when you can. And if you have got the choice, get it in as early as you can. If necessary, considering like some people like in the Scandinavian countries can use sort of light boxes and like sad lamps as they're called. Where are we now? Strategy number 3. So again, this is a big one, but a lot of people do not do it. Avoid the screens before bedtime. Now that we understand the importance of light has on our circadian rhythm, make sure to avoid the harsh blue light from electronic devices like your phones, your tablets, TVs. This light will throw off your melatonin secretion, which is like our sleep hormone, and it just makes it harder to get to sleep. So if you've constantly got a phone in your face, your body just thinks it's still daylight outside, so we don't need to go to sleep, essentially. So obviously limit devices 90 minutes before bed, read a book, do something else like 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes. If you can have your own little routine of doing like, I don't know, taking off your makeup or like changing your clothes, cleaning up the house somewhere, like it's a good time to sort of start winding down and getting away from the electronic devices. If you can't do that, you can get like blue blockers online. That gives you like, I think it's like an orange tint. To sort of go over this blue light, and that obviously like dims it, sort of just reduce the effect it has on your brain. So this is probably the biggest one. The most abused drug in the world is caffeine. So caffeine is a powerful nervous system stimulant, and it's great during the morning to help boost alertness and productivity. Like people use it for workouts, obviously to get more work done. However, you must limit caffeine consumption from like tea, coffee, and chocolate within like 6 to 8 hours before going to bed. So recall this, like obviously give yourself a caffeine curfew. So tips to sort of make this practical is set a caffeine curfew around 2 p.m. Caffeine has a half-life of 8 hours, so 200 milligrams of caffeine becomes 100 milligrams in 8 hours, and 50 milligrams 8 hours after that. So it hangs around in your system for a long time, and essentially the more you have in your system, the harder it is for you to get to sleep. And the more alert your brain and your body is, and that's not great when obviously you want to wind down and start switching off. Second, other like really good tips a lot of people don't do is do not drink coffee or caffeine generally first thing in the morning. So we want to delay caffeine 90 minutes after waking. Later, the better. You'll start to have a full effect. So like we said, we don't want to fight our cortisol. We want our cortisol, our stress hormone, to release naturally. As soon as you start having caffeine right when we wake up, you start blunting a natural release of a hormone is what we need. And then your body starts relying on a foreign substance. And that's why people find it hard to wean off. It's doable, but it just makes the process harder. Again, we want to stay under 400 milligrams of caffeine in a day, and it adds up quickly, which we'll be going through in the next slide. So cut off your caffeine by 2 p.m. Allow it to leave your system and be as small as it can be. Finally, leave that coffee cycle and get great sleep. And we already know how beneficial sleep is. So this little picture shows you like caffeine, like you need caffeine to wake up. Too much coffee, can't sleep. Not enough sleep, I need to wake up again, so I just have another coffee or caffeine drink. And people just don't leave this cycle and become very reliant. Okay, so this shows you sort of how much milligrams in. So we said we don't want to go over 400, probably like 300 is better, again depending on like the size and the weight of you. So studies show total amount of caffeine to stay under is 300 to 400 per day, depending on like obviously your height and your body weight. It adds up very quickly, especially when fizzy or energy drinks are added. For performance and workouts, it's recommended to take like a double or triple espresso before, like 20 minutes before a workout. Again, it depends to your tolerance. So obviously you don't have to, but that's just the way people use it. So even decaffeinated drinks can have 8 milligrams of caffeine. Like black tea, 47 milligrams. Certain types of chocolate can have up to 50 milligrams of caffeine in it. So again, if you're having that before bed, your blood sugar levels are going up as well as your caffeine. Espresso has about 80 grams. Energy drinks from Red Bull can have like 80 to, like, if the bigger cans, it can go up to like 150 or 160. Instant coffee, filtered coffee, and brewed coffee. So start being aware of how much you're actually drinking. If your sleep improves, like everything else will improve. Okay, so strategy 5. So this is probably one of the biggest things. Again, like a lot of people just don't realize it. So a consistent wake and sort of going to bed times. There is no single ideal time for going to bed and waking up that is best for everyone. So in general, in order to synchronize our body clock or our circadian rhythm, you should try to wake up around the start of daylight hours and wind down, get ready for bed when it starts to become dark in the evening. So again, our sort of natural waking and going to bed cycles. Wake up the same time every day, including weekends and days off. So where to start and how to build a consistent wake time. So work out your wake time and work back 8 to 9 hours. So again, if you obviously have to be at X time to have your breakfast, get ready and go to work, then this is the time that generally isn't going to change. So we block out 30 to 60 minutes before this, and this can be like your wind down time. So allocate slots for this. So you can do stuff like your hygiene, your brushing your teeth, meditation, mindfulness, journaling, book reading, last meal, phone and drinks away. And this is when our work like needs to stop, obviously, because if we keep working right up to it, your brain is just going to be going 100 miles per hour. If you can do small things like drop your bedroom temperature like 1 hour before bed, so you just go up there, open the windows. It's like the best we could do. You can turn on aircon if you had it or anything like that. So if we get this in sync, it'll be really good. So you want to keep your waking up times, like you have a routine of going to bed and waking up. You should be able to start to wake up naturally, and then you don't need an alarm clock. That's the point you want to get to. So yeah, we cover more of this in our education portal, so it's not trying to bore you too much. So number 6, body temperature is massive for the amount of sleep quality that you can have. We can only do so much, but as long as you're doing that, it's the best we're going to get. So the temperature of your body greatly affects the quality of your sleep. Something called thermoregulation heavily influences your sleep cycles. So when it's time to sleep, there's an automatic drop in body temperature to help initiate your sleep. If it's too hot, it can be a psychological challenge for your body to sort of get into the ideal state of restful sleep. The solution is sort of create a nice, cool environment for sleep. Just don't overdo it. Obviously, if it's freezing cold, it's the opposite effect. So take a warm or bath shower like an hour or two before the bed. This will increase your core body temperature from the heat, and then it will sort of fall accordingly and level out a little cooler right before bed. So different ways. Obviously, like I said, open windows before you go to bed. Potentially don't wear or cover your feet, head or hands, because that is the 3 main areas where we release our heat. So it's our forehead, our hand and our feet. That's usually the first thing that gets chucked out under the covers when we're getting too hot. So again, when it's the opposite, we go out hiking and it's super cold, obviously we have socks or shoes on, we need gloves on, and we want a hat on, and that is where we can sort of keep in our body heat the most. So again, it works in many different ways. So strategy 7, so a supplement would be advised. So magnesium is a bona fide anti-stress mineral. Like the benefits are literally endless. It helps balance blood sugar levels, optimize circulation and blood pressure. It can help release like tense muscles, reduce pain and calm the nervous systems. This is really good for females and their monthly cycles. So about 80% of people are actually deficient in magnesium. Again, doesn't mean like it's going to be all of you, but a lot of people will be. So by reducing your stress on your body, you'll naturally get a better night's sleep. Magnesium baths or like salt baths and oils are a great way to get extra magnesium into your body. But again, like magnesium biglycinate is one of the best ones and what we recommend to people. So as a lot of the benefits of magnesium are lost during digestion, the quality of the supplement can become questionable. So have I got it written here? Yeah. So avoid magnesium oxide. It is the cheapest and lowest bioavailable supplement. So maybe you buy it and you take it and you're literally only absorbing like 40% of it. Whereas if we go up to biglycinate, you're going to take like up to like 80-90% of it into your body, which is what it says on the tin, which is what you need. So keep the magnesium infusion beside your bed and apply it to different areas that are sore. So these are different ways we can use magnesium. You can obviously put it on your chest, neck and shoulders. You can have evening baths. Easiest way I would recommend is your magnesium biglycinate. So like 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams or 2 to 4 grams. Again, check on the tab to see what it says. You can take that pre-bed, but again, we want to be taking it continually every month, every day to sort of build that up in the body. Strategy 8, so our bedroom environment. So reduce your clutter. Visual clutter can just generate stress, which is like a known barrier to quality of sleep. Again, it gets your mind racing. It's not a good thing. Clothes all on the floor, drawers open, worktops cluttered with crap. Just try and keep this as like your sanctuary of sleep. Like they say, you should only be doing 2 things of like sleep and sex in there. You should never work in there and have like just like, it's sort of like, if you're always working in your bedroom, it can just bring up like bad memories, and it can bring up like stress because like you remember like answering all these emails there. So we just want to keep them completely separate. So disorganized items in your bedroom may reinforce the sensation. So having too many loose ends, generating anxious feelings that may make it harder to relax your mind when you want to fall asleep. So feeling of home, don't bring work into your bedroom. Your bedroom should be a welcoming place, a place where you can unwind and have a sense of being at home. The bedroom should only be for 2 things: sleep and sex. Bringing work to bed is one of the worst things you can do. This creates a stressful association with your environment, which is like counterproductive to the quality of sleep that we want. So again, keep your bedroom clear, and it will help keep your mind clear, which will help you sleep. So number 9, get blacked out. You naturally sleep better in a dark environment, and having any kind of sunlight in the room can significantly decrease the quality of your sleep. With like how, will it get into like deep sleep? Like it will, but how long can you spend there in a quality amount of time? Eye masks are like our secondary answer. Do you know that the light is also absorbed through your skin? So your skin can see, your skin can see. So this light, as we know, inhibits melatonin production. So again, your body's not going to secrete the hormones for us to get the best sleep if it's got full light on us. So again, blackout blinds is our first go-to. Then our second go-to is like decent eye masks. So we want to, where are we? So as a reminder, so melatonin has been proven to improve your immune system, normalize your blood pressure, it alleviates migraines and other pains. It can improve your thyroid function, it improves insulin sensitivity, and obviously improves your weight loss because of this. So blackout curtains or blinds are a great way of getting rid of like light pollution or just light coming into it. Remove like light up devices and get like maybe like a dim alarm clock, like that wakes you up slowly and then goes bright, rather than just like shoving on and being bright. So again, we just want to be as optimal. So you just want to get as close to it as you can. Like blackout blinds will help. You will sleep better and deeper in a completely dark room. If not, try and get an eye mask, and that will help you as best you can. Okay, so alcohol sleep cycle. So alcohol may aid with sleep onset due to its sedative properties, allowing you to fall asleep more quickly, but this is not falling asleep. This is more like passing out for most people. However, people who drink before bed often experience disruptions later on in their sleep cycle. So the liver, the enzymes that are trying to metabolize your alcohol, so it's obviously the digestion process is still working to get this out of your system. So again, we can't spend 100% of sleep. It's having to take 30-40% of that energy and now put it into breaking down your alcohol that's in your body now. So this can also lead to excessive daytime sleepiness and other issues that follow on the day. So furthermore, drinking to fall asleep can build a tolerance, forcing you to consume more and more alcohol and each successive night in order to experience that same sort of sedative feeling. And again, we just know that is the worst direction to go in. So if you are drinking, wrap it up sometime before sleep, ideally like 4 hours, and make sure you drink plenty of water between then and when you go to bed. So again, drinking alcohol is better if you actually do it earlier, because essentially it just gives you more time to metabolize and digest the alcohol in your system. So when you do go to sleep, it's got 100% or its full energy and attention on your sleep, on your recovery. People that drink right up to the night, that is why your sleep is just so shit, because it's taking away most of its energy to get rid of like this foreign substance in the body. So we are nearly there. So strategy 11, play with your position. This may be surprising, but sleeping positions can affect your sleep quality. It can have an impact on a lot of things like blood flow to our brain, stability of your spine, hormone production, oxygen supply, and breathing. So again, different types of positions like this guy, that's an impressive position. So tips on what positions we can do. So on your back, sleeping on your back is good for your spine and lowering your digestive stress. However, it can cause sleep apnea, like inefficient breathing and snoring. That's me. Sleeping on your front, so it can be ideal as it prevents snoring, but make sure you lift one knee to open up your hips and ditch the pillow so you don't hyperextend your neck. So again, you can get like a sore neck, and that can lead on to a lot more problems. Sleeping on your side, so when done correctly with the proper body alignment, sleeping on your side can reduce both joint and lower back pain. It also helps reduce snoring with a clearer airway. So some good tips for this is 2 popular ways is the fetal position or the recovery position you get taught in first aid. So try to stretch out a bit, pulling your back into a tight ball, or curling forward to what did I say, or curling forward too much limits your lungs and your diaphragm, so obviously you don't be completely scrunched up because your breathing isn't going to be great. A more relaxed back encourages easier breathing and a better sleep, and probably not waking up your partner. Okay, so the last one, so dress for your occasion. So again, mindset and how you approach each situation. If you went into like a job interview and you looked like a scruff and felt like a scruff, do you think your body confidence and just your own mindset of what you say and what you do will sort of, be the best it could be? Or if you went in there, had your hair done, feeling great, had good sleep, properly dressed for the occasion, looking the best you ever can, like your confidence will just be so much higher. And again, it's the same for sleep. So dress for the occasion. So put on your PJs, and this can act as a mental trigger to get you into a relaxed and comfortable state. As we have been through, body temperature is very important at creating the right sleeping conditions. So make sure you wear fewer and looser clothes to bed. Avoid PJs that restrict or strangle different parts of your body, like tight socks. Like sometimes tight socks start causing like sort of inflammation in like the lower part of your body. So other things to think about is like men can try to wear boxers, a loose fitting top, basic t-shirts, or go naked. Women are sort of like boy shorts or really loose boxers, like your partner's t-shirt or a big baggy t-shirt, flowing lingerie, yoga pants, or even again naked. And again, obviously you're not going to be overheated from having too many clothes. So these are the 12 basic strategies that we can just implement. Again, there are no super secrets. It's just trying to find what helps and what works you. No one of these would be an amazing change, but if we can sort of apply a couple of these, if your sleep improves, it will improve literally everything in your life. So again, any questions, just let us know, and I hope you have an awesome day.